Hi everybody, I'm Bill Sanders and this is Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection. Today what I want to do is to talk about three watches. Two of them are retrogrades, both under 2000, and the third one is, it's hard to say, it's reasonably priced. It's not under $2,000, but for what you're getting a really first class watch with a double first class movement. And so we're going to take a look at that. And the first one is the Maurice-Lacroix Masterpiece Calendar Retrograde. It actually has two retrogrades. On the right side, there's a power reserve indicator that goes down and up, and then on the left side, there's well, I guess you could call it a hand date with a calendar that has a retrograde hand that goes up and down, sort of as it bounces back to 1 after 31. This one has a Maurice-Lacroix caliber ML36. Now the 36 is based on a Unitas 6498-1. And the thing I like about it is that it seems that it has a lot of the features of really the best, the very expensive $50,000-$60,000 watches. Manual winding, 18,000 semi-oscillations per hour. Those things seem to be very important for top watchmakers. And it's got a 42-hour reserve. One of the things that, if you look at it carefully, that would sell me on it if I were in the market for a calendar watch is look at the regulator. The regulator is not an off-the-shelf ETA Unitas 6498-1 regulator. It has a very special element to it. On the end and down in the lower right-hand corner, you can see it. There's a little screw, and if you turn the screw to the left, it increases the frequency, and if you turn it to the right, it decreases it. So for very fine tuning and very fine adjustment, it's got something built into it. Watch maker who used to be a judge for the Grand Prix d'Orly, DJ Genève, told me, he said, don't underestimate Maurice-Lacroix. They really make really excellent watches. Now, most of their movements are based on ETAs. Some of them aren't. Some of them, there's this one that Maurice-Lacroix has. I think I've talked about it before on Watch Art Sci. Has a movement that was made for them, a chronograph movement by Andreas Streller. So, and it's their movement. It's a true Maurice-Lacroix movement. Now, the second one is another one, and it's Seiko Crador. Crador is an unusual model. I'm not sure whether Seiko was quite sure what to do with the Crador. On the one hand, there's a regular Seiko, really fine watches for very reasonable prices. And then the Crador was supposed to be the sort of the fancy one, your special one. Well, then there's a Grand Seiko. So I really wasn't sure, and I'm not even sure that Seiko was quite sure what to do with the Crador. But you get a superior watch, and in this one, the price is $1,734 on Chrono 24. You get a really good price for a watch that was made to be a special one in terms of the horology and other elements in it. It's got a Seiko caliber 4-7-6 movement. It's automatic, 4 hertz, 50-hour reserve. But it's got all of these other features: 24-hour hand, date by pointer, day GMT hand, hacking seconds. Depends on how you feel about hacking seconds. Most people just love hacking. I don't, but that's another story. Hand winding, another feature I think is important. Now, where they say, wait a minute, didn't you say it was an automatic? What is this hand winding? What that means is sort of interesting, really, is that you can wind it by hand. Some automatics, you just start going like that, and they'll kick in, especially ones by Seiko. But this one, since you can fix it up, wind it, and then also use the automatic. Sort of interesting. Adjustable 24-hour hand power reserve indicator, quick date correction, quick day correction, retrograde day. This here you have this sort of superior quality watch, $1734. I thought that was a good deal. So this is something you might be interested in. Now the last one. Now this one I talked about on High Horology Lounge, a Facebook page. And people said, oh, this is really, they thought it was really a neat watch. But I don't know if anybody got it or not, but it is a neat watch. A Jaeger-LeCoultre Geographic Master. I really think this is sort of a holdover from the Geophysic line, which to me is the best line of watches that Jaeger-LeCoultre ever came out with. And you can see all of the different features. The hand date. There's a right at the top, right next to the crown, there's something I call a pin pusher, but they call it a corrector, and you set the date with it. You get a little pointer and go pip, 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 and the old date goes to the one you want to. They also have a crown setting for the time in the second time zone, hour and minute, second time zone also, right below the center, just above 6 o'clock. Then they have a disc for the different cities, and so what you can do, you can set it up for the time in whatever city you want for a second time zone, and so someone will know, for example, that it's Bangkok, for instance, or Karachi, or any place where you want. So it's sort of a neat thing. It's not a world timer, but it's a dual time zone. Neat watch, great price. I found it on eBay. The MSRP is $14,500. This one was offered as a pre-owned for $56.62. Let me know what you think. If you have one of these, I'd really like this one or any of the other two. I'd like to hear about it. Let me know. It's an opportunity to subscribe if you like. Till next time, this is Bill Sanders for Watch Art Side, the art and science of watch collection.